What up? What up with it, man?
Foot on the gas, I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I copy. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they
some of that goody, good.
smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's no need in keeping it low.
Man, I checked y'all well when y'all was kids. That was excellent.
It's all about making the game.
I said I checked y'all well when you was kids. That was excellent. The delivery was awesome.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us
I
at
straightened my face up.
Just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Watch it, man.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now here's Mahomes. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong,
aggressive catch on me. Look at you. I see you.
So the defense
You're trying to body up my little cornerback. I see you.
One of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do
my best
on third
cornerback
down?
too.
That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded inside the 5. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. General West. Check it out.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
Why you so aggressive? Why the fuck you so aggressive? You out there playing all serious and shit?
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From his own end zone, Lock on 3rd and long.
Wow.
And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on,
yeah,
how about
rookie,
the
we're going to have to
execution
work
of that
on you,
defense
boy.
right there.
Lord, I'm right.
Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play,
you
right?
You could beat me this game.
Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
See, you ain't paying attention. My starting quarterback out for 8 weeks. You saw that wide open pass? That nigga just threw 30 yards in front of a nigga, right?
First and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for us.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Man, that shit happened so fast, I didn't even see what happened. Okay, oh, Chubb swiped his ass, okay.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has some fond memories of playing here in Denver. In fact, one of his earliest NFL memories came here in the Mile High City. That was back in the final week of the 2017 season.
That wasn't a pick.
Smith was resting up for the playoffs, and we got a glimpse of what the young Mahomes could do. He threw for 284 yards in a 27-24 Chiefs victory. That, of course, was the first start of the career for Patrick Mahomes.
You going for it, right? You across the field. Yes, you can. 4th and 4 across the 50. You can go for it. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but you can definitely go for it. 4 yards and under across the 50. You good.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Mahomes now to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
He said, nigga, you seen it. Yeah, nigga, you was hiding that? That shit was like
just a yard on the pick
telegraph.
It'll bring up a 2nd
all
and
over
9.
my motherfucking run game. I don't know how the fuck I feel about that right now.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. They follow up the first down 1 yard
got
run
4
with a minimal
carries,
gain of 2.
1 yard.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing his lock on 3rd
down.
Oh,
my God. Look at this dude.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it fights through one man. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
I know y'all got me some of
the
that,
Chiefs
right?
offense about set to begin this drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Let's get off the field, D. Yellow, yellow. 47's the mic.
On first down, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And always going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
W, man.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
Then they gonna think you tough. Then they gonna be like,
and his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
fucking bullshit. My quarterback though. Nigga throwing wide open passes 8 yards away from niggas. This is struggle.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Can't pass, bro.
McManus's point after
this
is
nigga is
good.
like, oh my God.
Tied at 7.
Shit. It's going to be a struggle over the next few games. 6 more weeks. A long time. Shit. You got a backup you want to trade? What's your backup QB looking like?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Probably got 3 quarterbacks. Nigga, what you mean?
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. Nope. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Derek Wolfe, credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
He just beat his man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And it's complete to Kelsey.
So you're going to have to figure out other plays.
The face
you
mask
can't keep running the same stuff. Niggas going to call you on it.
15 more onto the end of this thing.
Did do what all game? I mean, long as, well, so they rotating plays, but you can't keep running. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't run the same shit like 3-4 times in a row. You feel me? You just got to mix your shit up.
Mahomes going to pull it out.
You got to mix it up.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
So, I mean, we all got go-to plays, but you got to, like, if you run, like, you can only put it this way. Your good plays, you can only run it back-to-back. Then you got to run some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Second and a bundle.
Oh, give me that. But you can't, you know, it's the thing, like, you just can't, like, I would love to run my counter play out this I formation. I could just run that shit over and over. But niggas going to be like, you know, so we have, because what happened was when the game would come out, it's always certain plays that manipulate the system.
You worry about your
and niggas would run that one play all fucking game.
To make those interceptions, quote unquote,
all game. I'm sorry, you probably gonna come across niggas. You be like, this nigga love this play.
And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down.
Yeah, but if you feel like a nigga just running the same play on you over and over, call his ass on.
Second down.
Okay, yeah.
Be ready. Back to the mic.
Got it. Oh yeah, well yeah, you gonna see that.
On 2nd and 15 now. Locke. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing.
God,
I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Locke. And this is, oh my goodness.
Oh my God. So his deep pass, is his best number.
When you make a catch of that distance,
so if I got to throw with him, I'm going to have to throw it deep. Is the only way he's accurate.
We keep talking about the
he got 80 deep accuracy.
From receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter
everything else is under 75.
But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Oh yeah.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end,
he wants to get 7-7 in the second quarter against the 0-6 Chiefs. We look weak as fuck right now.
A little too quick on that one.
They run the counter. Lindsey. So he got free of one tackle.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas right now start looking at my shit like this.
A gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage.
But like I just ran that play twice. Like I can't run it again now. You know what I'm saying?
Coming up and making the big time play.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And nobody can ever say nothing to you on that. I don't care if you run only if you run 5 plays, nigga. Just mix them motherfuckers up right. Then it becomes your system.
Coming up at
not just a play.
Reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Oh, he chopped the fuck out that motherfucker.
With his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
MVP. MVP. They're gonna start saying that.
Left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the
that shit threw me off.
Well, typically you
that
want
shit. Listen, you jump,
space to get to the pylon, so I want to make
and
sure
it threw me off.
Move them a little bit to the inside.
I pressed the button too early.
So I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at
Ain't
it
that
as
a
I go
bitch?
by.
That's exactly what it was.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after
if it happened to me, that means it happened to other niggas.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
Who you talk to?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Keep it up, guys.
They begin the drive with Williams.
So they give us 25
and he is
minutes.
met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Man.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Now Mahomes. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Right.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Look at this nigga. Look at all my stats on my little. He got 3 sacks and a 4th fumble.
A minute to go before halftime.
Oh my God! Do you know what that does for his XP?
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
4 sacks.
The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
You said shit. You talk too much over there, nigga. It's chess, not checkers, nigga.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Break a big ass run.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy?
His
defense.
Absolutely.
150 yards at the half. On the way to like a 300-yard
He
rushing
got some help
game.
from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And an alley to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts,
in there, man.
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Really stay off the turbo.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half for Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. We have hit the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half.
As soon as you get on offense, niggas going to give you delay a game, and the game going to go cut off. After your third delay a game, it's going to be like, dude, disconnected. Player has been ejected. Nah, it's just going to end the game. So, I mean, shit. It ain't no different than if you turned the game off right now.
With a lead, and they will be
well, I don't know. It might.
Kickoff here
but it's now right. But now that it's the third quarter, I think if you quit, it'll still give us a W right now too, though.
Make it the 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Yeah, but it should, like I said, after the second half.
Okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards.
And it's just them little slight moves. It's the little slight moves, the little subtle moves.
Position after the big play inside the 15
just got, like I said, once that hole open up, man,
they run the counter. Freeman, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
I see what you do,
now to the air. Rock. That's caught over the middle by Fan.
Oh, the kid can't get no love.
To the end zone for a Denver score.
Oh, they gave me the touchdown.
14-yard touchdown. As they have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes in work against...
Hold on, man. They saying it's a touchdown, right? But they ain't ready. The game didn't give me the touchdown. I'm throwing the
coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
You got to hit timeout and go to challenge. I wasn't being smart ass, but really just kind of
did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself.
And that's because I was just trying to get my tight end a receiving touchdown. To the head
coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further.
Well, at least kick the ball off.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive.
I know, but press the button so I don't have to wait all that time. That's all I'm saying.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for two. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he'll get blown up behind.
I didn't even pick the shit, honestly. If I did, it was on accident. I just ran it once I saw it. Fuck it. Here we go.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
We got this.